Hey there, welcome to my channel, The Greatest Experiment of All. Today I wanted to talk to you about why I chose to attend Meredith College for undergrad. So to start off, I attended Meredith because whenever I went on tours, women who were not even a part of the tour, who were walking around college going about their daily lives, they would stop and say hi to us. They would see us all in our little group and they would walk up and be like, "Oh, hey, how are you? You know, I'm so excited that you're here. I hope you choose Meredith." And I thought that was really wonderful because at other colleges, no one did that. And it was really interesting because it just showed that, you know, they're friendly and they're welcoming here and they're, you know, inclusive. And I thought it really stood out for Meredith. Another reason I chose to attend Meredith is because their traditions are a really fun, quirky thing about them that they love to do every year, and there are a wide range of them. For instance, there's fire and water dinner when you're a freshman at the very end of the year, and so you take two things into your hands. You have a piece of paper that has good things that happened to you, things that you learned, and you have another piece of paper that is about, you know, the negative things that you experienced and the things you overcame. And the good things you float away in water, and the bad things you burn in a fire. And I'm not talking about symbolic fire. No, they burn the thing. And you actually float in the fountain your good things. And I think that was really great. The symbolism of it really just spoke to me in a way, and I felt really like the good things are just going to continue to go, and the bad things, I burn them, they're done. And I love that tradition. I think that's one of my favorite ones at Meredith College. As a sophomore, you do Charming Evening, which is where you get a little angel wing bracelet or whatever kind of other trinket they give you that year. My year was a little angel wing bracelet, and it just symbolizes that, you know, you're a part of the sisterhood, you've come a long way, and it's just a great time to get together and hang out with friends and, you know, listen to great speakers that they bring in to kind of keep you going. And, you know, sophomore slump is real, and I think that that tradition is really helpful to kind of pull you up out of that and say, hey, good things are coming your way. Keep going. You've done great. Keep it up. You got this. So as juniors, there's a ring dinner, which the onyx, I don't know if you can see it here, but mine's facing the world, but usually it will face the other way whenever you're not a graduate. And the onyx is a big deal at Meredith. It symbolizes the sisterhood, and it allows you to connect to your fellow sisters whenever you're out in public and in the real world. And I cannot tell you how many times other graduates have seen my ring on my hand when I was just out with my mom shopping or whatever, and they were like, "Oh my God, class of '89," and I'm like, "Oh my God, class of 2018, sisterhood," you know? And I love that about Meredith because it just unites us. And so ring dinner is kind of introducing you into that sisterhood and saying, hey, it's official, you're one of us and you're gonna graduate in, you know, a year and a half, and keep it up, girl, you got this. Welcome to the sisterhood. So another tradition is class day, and I love class day because it's a time for the seniors and their littles, who are sophomores at the time, to celebrate the fact that they're ending their time here and that their littles are now old enough to have littles of their own, your grand littles, and it's just a great time to kind of celebrate, wow, this is it, this is the moment I've waited for. Last but not least, there's corn husking, and I just have to say this, you just have to experience it. I cannot tell you anything about it. I'm sworn to secrecy with that one, but hopefully if you attend Meredith, you'll get to learn all about it and you'll be part of it, and it is loads of fun. It brings the whole school together, and it's friendly competition, that's all I'll say, but I absolutely loved it and, you know, froze my booty off a couple times, but yeah, you'll understand one day. So another reason I chose to attend Meredith College is because, and this is more personal, they sang a song on one of my tours that my grandmother used to sing to me called Mountain Dew, and I just thought that that was a sign. And like I say, this one's personal. It has nothing to do really with the school. It's just an instinctual thing, and I really felt like she was looking down on me and saying, hey, I think this is it. And I took it as that. And so yeah, that's a little personal, but it factors into my decision for sure. Another reason why I decided to attend Meredith is because they invest in their students. And I love this about Meredith. This is probably my top reason for attending, because I was able to earn the Legacy Scholarship, which is a full ride basically. All my expenses were paid. I even got to study abroad on them, and I thought that was the best experience ever. But that was really great because only one or two women every year are chosen for that. But then they also offer like the Presidential Scholarship, and this is for full tuition. Then also they have these tuition grants ranging from about $13,000 to $16,000 for people who don't meet requirements of, say, a 3.5-ish GPA and a high SAT, ACT score, because those students are offered the first year academic merit scholarship. And that ranges from about $17,000 to $23,000. And I think it's great that they offer that much to people who have the high GPAs, but then they also kind of, tier their scholarships and give women who are just as deserving, but maybe they came upon a struggle in high school, and something unforeseen in their lives at the time. And so maybe their GPA is a little bit lower, but it offers them a chance to, have their college be a little bit more affordable. And I think that's really great. And actually, now, starting in 2024, I believe, Meredith College will be offering about $20,000 to students who had a 3.3 GPA and above with a high SAT, ACT score. I'm not sure about those numbers, but I plan to link below in the description box a link to Meredith College's website detailing information about their different scholarships for anyone who's interested. I think if you want to attend Meredith, you should definitely check that out, because most of the time you don't even need to apply separately. It's just when you apply to Meredith, if you're accepted, you're automatically considered for these scholarships. Now, I will say the legacy and presidential scholarships, if you're interested in those, you need to apply to the Honors College. That's the only way you'll be looked at for the legacy or presidential scholarships. Another reason I decided to attend Meredith is because their labs were neat. And so that told me that they really appreciated their science work and they took care of their instruments and equipment. But I will say it wasn't that they were so neat that I felt like real science didn't occur there, because I will say, if you look at a lab and it's way too neat, no one uses that. So I felt their labs were, tidy and neat and clean, but they were used, and because they were clean, they were taken care of. And I really appreciated that for Meredith, because other colleges, their labs were they were just a sight. Another reason I decided to attend Meredith is because their dorm situation was really nice. I think they take a little bit better care of their dorms, say, than other places I went to where the dorms smelled like chlorine and kind of were infested with bugs, and you saw the bugs on your tour. And I mean, kudos to those schools for showing you, hey, you're a freshman, you're the bottom of the barrel, this is where we're gonna stick you, because you are a freshman, but I didn't want to live like that. Another reason I decided to attend Meredith is because it was close to my hometown. I'm very close to my folks and my mom and my family just in general, and I experienced some health problems in high school, and we wanted to be sure I could get home if the situation were to arise. And fortunately, the only episode I had was in sophomore year, whenever my appendix needed to, jump ship and get out of my body. And my mom was able to get here in plenty of time. And so that really was a big deal for me, the fact that my family was about 2.5 hours away on the highway. And that was a big deciding factor for me. But that's more of a personal reason, again, because not many people live 2.5 hours away from Meredith College, I will say. So take that with a grain of salt. As I mentioned before, Meredith College is pretty small, but only about 2,000 people attend there for undergrad. And my hometown is about twice that number of people. So for me, it was a great stepping stone to a larger university later in my academic career. So it was just very homey and reminded me of my small town, and I knew that I wasn't just a number there. So that was really important to me at the time whenever I was 18. And because Meredith College is pretty small, it takes about 5 minutes to get from one side of the campus to the other. So you could roll out of bed in 5 minutes and get to class, and you'll be perfectly on time. And so I really like that because I didn't have to take a bus. And the buses really, like I say, I'm from a small town. They shocked me. I was like, I'm gonna get on the wrong bus. I'm not gonna get to it in time. It's gonna leave me, or I'm gonna have to, get on one bus and then go to another bus. And I just was like, that was overwhelming to me at the time, whenever I was just coming from high school, where literally my high school was shaped like a box and you could not get lost. And to be in a university that was so sprawled out, that just was shocking to me, and I just couldn't imagine doing it. And so I was glad that Meredith was, cozy and nice and, very home-like, and, I just felt that was a better fit for me. And so that's really ultimately why I chose to go there, for all the reasons just listed, but also because I felt very safe there. Last but not least, the reason I decided to attend Meredith College, the gold star reason, my number one reason, okay? This is important, y'all, so pay attention. I chose to attend Meredith College because the women who were about to graduate or who had just graduated and I had met with at various events, they were all so confident, so full of poise, so sure of themselves. They spoke clearly with poise and with passion, and I wanted to be those women. And I knew that Meredith College could do that for me the way they had with those women. I knew that that's who I wanted to be. I saw the future in those women, and I like to think that Meredith College upheld their end of the bargain and that they did make me into one of those women. And so ultimately, that's the reason why I wanted to go there. Once I saw and met those women, I knew I wanted to be them, and Meredith would get me there. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you attended Meredith or currently attend there, please comment below as to what was the deciding factor for you and why you love our school and what drew you there in the first place. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time.